this will age you, Sean. What do you consider to be old stuff?
I don't know. Anything past 1970, I suppose.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
anything past 2000 is vintage. So
no,
Yeah, vintage is 20 years or older.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
So 2005 is vintage now.
Yeah, but no, I was. That was more of a joke. Sorry. I haven't seen it. But
how
what's
old
it
are
about
you?
though?
You're like 68, right? 68, 69 years old.
Me?
Yeah, you're like an
Um,
old guy, right?
thir- oh, I mean, yeah, I'm 37.
Oh, you might as well be. If you were gay, you'd be elderly. I'm an elderly gay.
What? I,
The
I-
old guard.
Yeah.
well, I guess why is that considered old?
Oh, in the gay community, because gay people are vapid bitches, and I'm allowed to say that because I'm gay.
Uh,
It's more of a joke, actually. It's not. Gay people are actually that. The gay community can get a little vapid still, but it's not as bad as it used to be.
I think everyone can be vapid.
I think it's because all the people that were my age that were making these rules about what it's like, what it is to be an old person as a gay person, got old,
Gotcha.
and so we changed the rules.
It's funny, when I was younger, I tried to dress a lot more straight, but then, like, I embraced fashion a bit more as I was more comfortable with myself, and I actually got more attention from women when I was dressing the way I really wanted to.
My family's poor, so we went clothes shopping at Walmart, and I don't think that there's a way that you can dress gaily at Walmart.
No.
We
Monty.
had the best
That's
vintage stores
3
around me.
articles of clothing: pant, shirt, and maybe shirt over shirt.
Flannel,
That's
maybe.
it.
Every once in a while, there might be a flannel in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Everyone has to have flannel.
There is a new episode of Common Side Effects tonight, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Which I've been more excited than than I expected it to be after watching
No, it's good.
the first couple episodes.
Yeah. I hope we get a second season, or I hope they're smart enough to give us a self-contained story.
Well, now that we have everybody here, Daniel, do you have anything coming up for next week?
Podcast is out tomorrow morning at 10. The Jedi Enclave presents the Now This Is Podcasting podcast. And then I think we're doing zombies tomorrow night. And then the rest of the week is, until Thursday, is up in the air. I'm not really sure what. But if there's anything, it'll be having at 7 p.m. Central Time. We also rewatched. So John hadn't seen Silo, so we finished most of the finale for season 2 tonight. We're gonna finish the last 15 minutes, and the spoilers for Silo, like slight spoilers, but now I can say in my life that I've seen 2 Ian Glenn death scenes, and I think both of them have made me cry.
Oh, that's a fairly big Silo spoiler.
No. Then go watch it.
Great, thanks a lot.
Y'all don't know
like
who Ian
Ian
Glenn
Glenn.
is. Oh, you know who Ian Glenn is?
Yeah, he was
Khaleesi, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who very
He was
much
the
wanted to
Khaleesi simp.
fuck Daenerys, but she was like, no.
You're really old.
Yeah.
And can offer my status nothing.
Yeah. Also, in the book, I'm like 14 years old. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, he was Jorah Mormont.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for coming back to Gungans and Dragons.
You're welcome.
And we've had a couple of weeks.
Did you say
hiatus,
what? Did you say welcome or you're welcome?
I said you're welcome.
Like
You're
you are single-handedly responsible for this endeavor.
And well, you know, it's
We
I'm just
had-
getting into character.
We owe our thanks to Monty.
It's a collaborative system, so we all come together. So you're all needed. But
Monty has been pulling the strings this entire time, by the
we
way. All of Jedi Enclave actually belongs to Monty, and he's just been using me as a puppet.
Well, we had a couple of weeks off as I toured the UK looking for a place to flee fascism with my wife, and now we are back.
Monty, I
When
don't
we
think he
last left
believes
off,
our story about you running Jedi Enclave.
whether I believe it or not, I am trying to finish the intro. So, as we go on, your characters were exploring a hidden moon where you had gotten involved in a bunch of politics between an alien civilization, ancient dragons, and forces of the Third Imperium. You spoke to Ukluna Enks, spoke to his former handler, and kind of devised a plan in which you had to persuade your captain to go along with a, a modified version of the plan where he didn't know all of the information, so he couldn't give anything away if his mind got read.
Did
So
we
he
ever,
went
by the
along
way,
with,
did we ever bring Sean into that? Sean, did you ever end up did I ever explain to you what was happening there?
No.
Nope.
yeah.
I think I
So
meant to.
so he sort of followed your plan, but then
Regrets.
he went a step further, which no one kind of predicted, and thus kind of probably undermined the plan.
I don't think I don't think that
Um,
was Sean's fault. I think I might have explained it poorly. I think I might have explained it in a bad way.
but unexpected paths sometimes do happen. Um, and then the rest of the party went off into the woods to go search for your missing mercenary and ended up trying to ambush the guards that were with you. Two of you ended up getting, well, one of you surrendered to the guards, which was Slems. Andrew
Whoa, whoa,
was
whoa! For the record, I didn't surrender to the guard. We
you,
both decided that we were going to investigate the source of commotion. Um, I'm just at gunpoint right now.
you put your hands up.
Yeah.
Andrew was subdued and handcuffed. And right at the end of the last session, it appears as if Ukluna was shot and killed. Now, and then that you heard a few booms right there at the end, all those who are near the action. But before we continue, starting off with Daniel, how about you introduce yourself and your character?
Well, I'm dead apparently, which I think is probably the prevailing character trait of my character at the moment. But he was apparently formerly a spy, and a disfigured one at that.
Now he's spying in the great beyond.
I'm in heaven, taking notes,
And
charting out their defenses.
Space by heaven, the very
And
specific heaven.
Also, what is
Like-
dead may never die.
and let's go to Monty.
I play Slems. For the record, I had no idea what the plan was about trying to overpower the guards we were with. I don't think I was paying attention to character, so I'm really walking into this unknowing.
I don't think it's your fault because it seems a little bit spur of the moment the way that
It's
kind of
a
unfurled.
little his fault.
So that's debatable, and besides the point. So I play a Drinaxian noble, and it's never really my fault, unless
And if it is your fault, you can just
that's all.
you can pay until the
And,
situation becomes not your fault.
Andrew, and she's a spacer from Drinax as well, and she's been involved in a lot of different things, and now she's been taken prisoner. It's not been a good day.
And last but not least, Sean.
Yeah, I play. God damn it, who do I play?
Gani McCore. You're Gani
Yeah.
McCore.
Sorry, it's been like a month. I
Yeah.
forgot.
It's been a long time. Which, by the way, April, I was during our last session. The thing that was going through my mind while you were fighting was the last ordeal we had was you literally dematerializing a dog man's head with your rifle. She's totally got this.
I thought I totally had it too.
Yeah, I was really hoping.
Things did not go well.
Not as good as your Monster Prom performance.
Oh, but yeah, I play Gani McCord, the ship's captain, who so far has come out of every, besides that dog fight, has come out of every situation unscathed. Didn't get taken
Yes.
down by the new guards.
You made a great new deal with this on their dragon.
Yeah, might even get to ride it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure he said that you could ride him.
He did.
Which, nice. Good job.
And I am Richard, the game master for this, Pirates of Drinax, helping lead along the group as they try to lead their best space pirate lives. On the line for them today is the fate of this moon, the Imperium forces on it, and of course, the big prize that is in orbit, a military-grade shipyard. So, as we resume the session, I would like Gunny McCore to make me a roll. Gunny McCore, this roll for you. Let me look at your skills.
It's a roll to see if you remember your own name, Sean.
No. Well, you don't have any of the relevant skills, so this is going to be
to remember
2d6
your own
minus
name.
2.
So I'm like Smeagol. I
Yeah.
forgot our own name.
2d6 minus 2 for this roll.
Okay. Seven. Oh, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad. So, you are here in the forest where you had the meeting with the dragon, and you can hear to the northeast the sound of weapons fire going off, and it doesn't sound like it's too far away.
You said this is on a hill, right? Or like this is on like a mountain, right? This
You're-
road,
No,
right?
You're on the Seeing Stone of Tython.
It's a little clearing away from the settlement, but you're still surrounded by forest on all sides, and there's basically like a big stone in it, so you're not up in a mountain.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I guess I must have just like imagined in my head. It was like, you know, like Daniel said, the Seeing Stone of Tython. It was like
The Seeing
hill, I
Stone.
guess.
Yeah. You're sitting cross-legged on the stone, and there's blue like hue around you. You're communing with the Jedi.
But because of how loud it is, you can kind of judge the direction from where it's coming from if you so want to head in that direction.
Yeah, I'll head in that direction.
All right. In the meantime, this is going to happen simultaneously. You with your officers, Andrew and Slems, are kind of led there. Andrew, you see that Slems has his hands up with his officer behind him, leading him towards this area where there's a lot of upturned earth. Slems, you see that Andrew has her hands handcuffed behind her back, and she looks like she's injured.
Oh boy.
With her guard. And you now all see the bloody form of you see a few things here. One, you see that Ukluna appears to be lying motionless,
and he does appear to have an erection.
Covered in blood. It looks like he's been stabbed several times, and it doesn't appear from your distance that he's breathing. Lying next to him, headless, is his guard. and then right next to all of them, crawling through the soil towards Ukluna, is a one-armed, very much scorched Veronica. And there is a discarded assault rifle that's on the ground next to her that she's kind of crawling away from as she's going up to Ukluna. The guards that are with both of you at the moment are kind of stunned with what they're seeing right now. So she is going to attempt an action on Ukluna, since she's now close enough. Where's her sheet? Oh, I did give her 1 point. Neat.
Blems vomits.
I think you have to roll for that. I don't think you can just vomit without skill.
No, he vomits. This is way too dirty and graphic for him.
So you see her with her free hand go into a pouch.
Is it because of the
that
death direction?
Is on her bandolier, and she jams a needle directly into Ukluna's sternum. She hits the plunger, and Ukluna gasps. Your character is now conscious again.
Hold on. What is it? What does Uma Thurman say when she gets revived in Pulp Fiction?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think she just like gaps a few gaps. God damn it! Breathes
No,
heavily
she
a few
says
times.
something nonsensical.
Yeah, I figure like she says. Okay, you can continue, and I'll jump in when I.
You temporarily have 1 hit point in strength, 1 hit point in dexterity, and 1 hit point in endurance.
You know who will know the answer to this question, probably. Oh, she says something.
Is there anything either Andrew or Slims that you want to do right now?
Can I? Did my guard get shot, or who is with me now? Nobody.
Your guard is still next to you, but is just distracted by what they're seeing right now.
Well, I'm going to try to get to my feet.
You've been kind of walked over to this area, so you're already on your feet.
Okay, I'm already on my feet. Well then, I'm going to just kind of. I'm just gonna kind of watching him and seeing what his next move is. And try to kind of stay close to him. If he decides to react, maybe try to knock him over.
Okay. So
Hey, Richard, can you remind me, and because I'm not sure it's on my character sheet, but do I not have some kind of pharmacological substance, some kind of drug?
No, I have that.
Well, I know you have some of many types, if I understand correctly. But I thought that there was something that I held on to, and like I used one of them when we were in that dogfight, if you will.
Oh, they took that back off of you.
Yeah, of course I did.
All right. So, Monty, are you doing anything while your guard is distracted?
So my character is seriously. I feel like Slims would be projectile vomiting. First, my man is almost always full, but always hungry. So he's got the stomach contents for it.
I mean, you have been binging recently, and I would say that it's within the realm of possibility. Actually, no. Probably he does know how to vomit on command just to make room.
Yeah, like I would say it's like within his, like,
Make room for
wheelhouse.
what?
Would you say that would be under his carousing ability? Are you trying to projectile vomit onto your guard?
So my first initial projectile vomit is onto the floor. So like my hands are now down, and now I want to gesture over to him to help me up. And when he helps me up, I want to projectile vomit into his face.
Okay. Okay. In this case, I will actually say, because you've kind of done this as a party trick before in your life, this is going to be a carouse roll for you. So, this will be 2d6 plus 4.
Is Slem's projectile vomiting out of both ends?
So no,
I don't think you
no,
call it
no,
vomiting
no,
out of the other end, Sean. I think it's called
Then
something
it's
else.
called poop.
Yeah, I think it's
my
called
man.
poop then.
then it's called poop.
Projectile
Then it's called diarrhea. But okay, so what happens is you gesture towards the officer who's with you, and they look directly into your face, and you just projectile vomit, not only like right into their face, but you manage to get like right into his open eyes, right into his mouth. And the officer falls down to their knees, just like crying and gasping and clawing at their face, and they start vomiting as well in this moment.
Okay, so
So,
I know
so, so temporarily that officer is incapacitated.
Someone in our chat called me a twink, by the way, just in case anyone wanted to know. And this connects to our conversation earlier about me being officially elderly in the gay community. I just wanted everyone to know. Apparently, I'm
so you're
still
you're an elder twink.
I
to
guess
this
so,
person?
which is funny because I'm definitely not like, nor have I ever been.
You seem a little too tall for that.
So, Ukluna, you are also now conscious. You see the plunger in the middle of your chest. You see Veronica right next to you, her rifle kind of behind her. She's looking very horribly injured, covered in dirt, scorched to hell.
Is there any medical assistance I can give her?
Possibly. You don't have access to any medical equipment at the moment.
Like, do I notice any wounds that have like arterial blood spray that, like, if it's not staunch, like, do I need to like stick my finger in a hole to keep her alive?
Well, her battle dress is like still sort of on her, but it's like cracked and like damaged beyond belief. Like you can see like part of her face from the like broken helmet, like right in front of you. You can see some blood and other cooling liquids have kind of poured out of certain seams and are still pouring out. And you don't see any active blood coming from the stump where her arm came from, but you can probably deduce that there's some sort of system inbuilt to her suit that has probably just sealed it off as an emergency measure.
Okay, so there's not much I can do for her then, is what you're saying.
Yes, at the moment you're still just kind of lying right there next to her, and you could see out of your peripheral vision everybody else.
And give me another rundown on what our tactical situation is. There's one dead guard.
You have the body of the guy who basically stabbed you to death right next to you.
He's dead.
You have yeah.
Okay.
Quick glance, his head is gone.
Oh. Okay, so you can't eat without your head, so he's gonna die anyway.
You can see Andrew
It's
off to
only
the
a matter
side,
of time.
hands behind her back, next to her guard.
Okay.
You can see Slam's projectile vomiting into the other guard's face, who now is having a very bad time.
And he's distracted.
Oh, very much. So.
And he's the only remaining guard.
No, there are two.
No, because Andrew has one. So yeah, there's only one guard that basically isn't incapacitated at the moment, and that's with Andrew.
Okay. I think the decision I have to make right now is that I am in no fit condition to try to fight. Because if I have like 1 hit point, and like if I try to shoot the guy that Slems is puking on, I'm probably gonna miss and hit Slems. Like we all know that's how that dice roll is gonna like.
Even
roll
after
out.
I made this great, amazing tactical vomit moment for us.
How far away is Veronica's rifle?
It is like literally like right behind her.
Is it within my reach?
Sure. If you wanted to make kind of like a sort of like jerking jump for it, you could probably
Okay.
get to it.
Sure.
So I have a question.
Sure.
Like-
If you want to do a jerking jump, I suppose you could.
No, I mean, because you're lying on your back. You just got revived with the
You could throw your body
Yeah.
at it.
with the syringe. Like it wouldn't look graceful, but yeah, you can probably manage to get to it quick.
And I don't assume that since Slems is vomiting on him, if I bled on him a little bit, he probably wouldn't just die, right? Just out of disgust.
No, but we're getting close.
We're getting there.
May I ask?
Maybe
like,
if we could have some vomit from the other end hit him
Yeah.
too, that
But
would be.
there still is one other guard that has seemingly is just fine.
May I ask an out of character question real quick, please?
Sure. This is basically just like a surprise round. That's why I'm asking for actions from all of them before rolling any sort of
Right.
order.
What the hell are we doing?
Are we
'Cause-
talking strategy? Well, Richard, can you tell me? So I'm gonna run a hypothetical past you, and you tell me what my role would end up being. If I were to make, as you called it, a jerky roll over to the rifle and then shoot the guy that's distracted, what would my role be?
Let's see. Let me look at your skills.
You don't have the jerky roll for a gun skill, so
Gun combat would
that's
be
minus
That's-
3.
That's under carouse, right?
2d6. You do have gun combat, so this is going to be 2d6 minus 1. Because currently your dexterity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I'm not sure I'm even useful right now because like all of my rolls are going to be so damaged that like they're almost certainly going to fail.
So for a normal hit, in this situation, it would be you want to get an 8, so you would need to roll a 9 or above.
So I would need
A 9, 10, 11, or 12 on the dice.
yeah, which I mean, how often does that even happen? It's particularly in this game. It rarely ever happens. So I don't think I'm willing to risk
I
that.
think you're at about 30%.
Yeah, that's.
I just rolled a 9 there when I did 2d6.
I'm sorry, you said 2d6 minus 1.
Yeah, it's 2d6 minus 1,
Oh.
so you need to get.
And see, this is the
8.
other. This is the other problem is you rolled that,
I'm
and
gonna
so
lull
that's
you into a false sense of security.
like.
Oh, that was +1.
Yeah, it's what.
See, look, I could do it. Anyone could do it.
But that's a 7 though. That would be bad. Because we have to get a 9 or higher,
Enough.
right? Or an 8 or higher.
So you need to get an 8 or
Yeah.
8 or higher.
So like Richard rolled to prove a point, and then robbed the probability of us ever rolling anything over a 9 in this game.
Good job, Richard.
That was the 1 9 we get.
Oh my god, I just did it again. I rolled 2d6 and I got another 9.
Yeah, you're only enforcing the conspiracy theory running rampant right now in this game, which is the dice are
Now it's
loaded.
definitely never happening.
Yeah, I've noticed Richard almost rolls
There's a
high all the
6.
time, or at least average, while we roll shit.
You can't run a script on Roll20, can you, to affect the dice outcomes?
I wouldn't want to do that.
Richard's not like
Yeah.
trying to fuck us with like a probability script.
Okay, so
Uh,
So
He's a master hacker. Richard's actually part of Anonymous.
He's got the Matrix feed. Like he's got like 8 different monitors just to get one like script.
I'm in.
Yeah.
So
just for the purposes of this interaction, just keeping it going. So are you going to be attempting a shot here, or are you going to be playing possum for a bit?
I think the best thing for the team is to play possum.
Okay.
sorry.
So at this point, the 2 remaining guards are going to be.
Hold on.
Try to...
Oh, hold on.
Sure.
Did they take my shrieker box?
Absolutely not.
Your shrieker box is an implant, so no, they did not take it.
Okay, can I what would my hypothetical role be if I tried to copy the voice of one of the other guards and distract the other guards, or the other guard with my voice?
Which guard are you trying to mimic?
The one that's currently not being vomited on. It felt really weird to say. Like, I don't know, can I sound like maybe the captain or something and be like, "Hey," and like distract him a little bit?
Okay.
I'm asking
like
you.
The prince.
I'm asking you if I can.
Yeah, you can. You can mimic other people's voices. I would say this would probably be a deception roll.
Is there not like a
I believe the shrieker box will just let you mimic somebody, but like how well you pull it off is just based on deception.
What?
Like you'll sound like them, but like how, if their mannerisms or whatnot, like how they actually speak.
You wouldn't think that like just hearing it in a different voice wouldn't at least get the guy to be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, come on, rule of cool.
But also, I'm like, maybe I don't. This might be a mechanic that I don't
going to
understand.
You are going to sound like the captain regardless. I just want to see if you get like a big bonus on events.
Can you do it well enough to rattle him? I guess.
Oh yeah, like how convincing of a bark.
I'm letting you do it, Daniel. I'm not arguing about that.
I haven't decided if I want. I'm trying to gather facts. That's all I'm trying to do. My other question I was trying to ask is that this deception roll, is this something that will happen every time I use the shrieker box? Because I don't remember reading that when I bought it. Is why I'm asking. Which isn't to say that that's not what's there. I'm just saying I wasn't sure that was the case.
Right. So, as a GM, I am just trying to basically turn this into a task chain that will affect the roles of these NPCs. That's why I'm asking you in this case to make a skill roll.
So it would be a deception roll.
Yes.
And what would the roll? I don't have deception, I don't think. So it would be a poor roll.
You do have this deception.
Okay.
So
Can someone hold on a second?
3.
Hold on a second. Where can someone remind me where our character sheets are? Because I had it open in my Edge browser.
I played them for a while ago, but I have all of your character sheets in front of me right now. So you do have Deception 1, and you have Social 2. So this is going to be 2d6 plus 3.
Okay, and so Andrew is tied up.
Handcuffed.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think about what good this would even do. Because if we distract both guards, I think we only have Slims to attack, right?
Can I vomit in the other guard's face? I mean, I got a lot, man.
Can you imagine how confused these guards will be?
You do have your stun whip.
Yeah, but that's just for show and sex.
This could turn to sex if he wanted it to.
Oh, jeez.
We don't know these men. They could be up for it. Who sent out?
I have my grav belt too, right?
Who?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I cannot find. Maybe it's in the actual chat somewhere.
All right. Well,
Okay. So what I want to
April,
do in the next
April, yeah, but April said
come back to me.
that you wanted to do something, right?
Like I said, if it looks like shit's happening, I'm gonna try to basically knock this guard over. I mean, I don't care if I end up on the ground too, but as long as he ends up on the ground.
Okay, so this is you don't have any athletics. Okay, do you
No.
have melee? You don't have melee either.
Like I said, I'm just
Okay,
basically trying to trip him, and if I end up on the ground in the same time, then
okay. So the guard is distracted, so this will be a bit of an easier check. So you just need a 6, but this is going to be 2d6 minus 2.
six.
There you go. You hit the 6. You trip your guard, and he falls to his knees.
Hopefully that's something then.
Yes. At this point, I will say that you are all going to be in combat. Daniel, before we start any sort of rounds or anything now, do you want to do anything?
Okay, so you knock the guy over.
Basically, 2 guards are on their knees. One is vomiting and blinded. The other one is just being tripped.
And he's on the ground.
Richard, I would also like to remind you that I have my booze dagger on my person.
Wait. You're what now?
Oh, yeah. Not booze as an alcohol.
Oh, that's what I thought you said. I thought you meant literally a booze alcohol, and I was waiting for you to.
My Prince Bay. My before anything else.
Belonging to Boo.
Boy toy.
So Slim's like the spitter right now from Left 4 Dead 2.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So Daniel, did you want to do something?
Yeah.
Come on, Mr. 1%.
That's why
Make something happen.
I've got 1 hit point, and like, if I die again, it's gonna take that motherfucking dragon to bring me back.
If you die, can I have your room?
You know what? Nah, yeah, I'll go for the gun.
Okay.
I'll go for the gun, and I'm going to take a shot at the guy that's tripped.
Okay.
That's
so
on the ground. The one that's not moving is not a moving target.
This is going to be 2d6 minus 1.
Hold on. It's been like 3 weeks since I've been in Roll20. 2d6 minus 1. No, wait, hold on. 2d6. It's a 6.
No bonus for him being prone.
Already there.
A death
Well,
erection.
I will reduce this to an easy check, so the 6 in this case will hit.
Okay. Fuck that guy.
All right. This is going to be.
Wait.
What?
Lems is not uncontrollably vomiting. This was a calculated decision.
I know
And
that.
Are you
that-
retconning your own vomit?
No. I'm just saying.
It's
so
all a part of the
while
plan.
the guard is being affected by my vomit, I'm going to pull the dagger.
I'm
unsheath it.
I'm gonna say the amount of vomiting that you're doing is gonna that's gonna happen in your next turn.
You're a little dehydrated now.
All
But
right.
so you're gonna fire.
I really haven't been chewing, so I guess this one was pretty chunky.
This is a nice big rifle that you're firing right now at the the officer that's on their knees and roll 5d6 minus 2. And this is for Daniel. You also notice as you're
Oh, you need
picking
me
it
to
up-
roll?
Yeah, 5d6
5.
minus
Okay,
2.
sorry. I thought mine was wrong. 5d6
You
minus.
also notice when you're picking up this just big ass rifle, it's just covered in like it looks like artwork and graffiti everywhere,
I thought you were gonna say
And-
Veronica guts, and it was gonna make me a little sad.
and like right by the sight line, it's written "Mama's Little Murderer."
I think Andrew just fell in love with her a little bit more. You said 5d6 minus 2.
Yes.
That's an 18.
All right. The fire completely bifurcates the officer, and the white hot rounds from this advanced rifle just split him in half, falls to half on either side. You narrowly avoid hitting Andrew in the process,
Sorry.
and you
I'm so sorry.
you hear crashing directly behind as several trees explode as well.
Well, at least the trees won't try to attack us.
Those poor fucking trees.
Is it legal for me to demand the other guy surrender? Or do I have to wait? Is that like another turn?
Actually, considering how the other guy is right now, I'm not sure if he can hear that.
okay.
He's
He
being
got
loud.
vomit from the front end and his front end, so
Yeah,
he's really going through it emotionally.
He's being scream vomited directly into the face, and now he's kind of scream vomiting. So
Oh, is he one of those that sympathy vomits?
I mean, yeah,
John was like that, by the way.
Daniel, I threw up
probably
into his mouth, man. Like, I think anyone would throw up in that situation.
I think any human
just
being
to get it
probably
out of
would
their
throw up
mouths.
Unless it's a fetish.
Yeah, I was about to say.
and-
Never mind.
Thanks, Sean.
Remember, all of these people have been eating big festival meals right before all of this.
So it smells a little like Jack Daniels, is what you're saying.
It's
all right.
greasy.
So you can all. Yeah, he has one more turn where he's going to be incapacitated, kind of vomiting here. So you all have some more time. As you are heading in the direction of the weapons fire, you hear more weapons fire, Ganymede, and you hear several trees presumably exploding and falling down.
You also hear what appears to be projectile vomiting.
You're not close enough for that yet.
You have really good hearing.
I'm gonna make my way towards the captain. Actually,
You're changing direction. You're like, maybe not.
yeah.
Your lactating drug nipples have allotted you supersonic vomit hearing as well.
No, I'm gonna make my way towards the captain because I have a plan.
That's like Gunny McCord's like, maybe I shouldn't run directly into gunfire.
He's gonna go find the captain first.
Hasn't really worked out for me in the past.
All right, so let's say Slems, you're up first. The guy is still vomiting. The other guy has been just like shot in half.
You're gonna vomit again, aren't you?
Oh, no, actually, wait, no. I'm gonna give Veronica a chance here. Let's see. She's injured, but she's still okay. She's
mommy's little murder monster. She's doing fine.
This guy he's on his hands and knees, right? Richard?
Yeah, he's on his hands and knees, and as you're next to him and you stop throwing up at him and you're looking at him, you see Veronica has pulled herself up to her feet. There's little sparks going off on her suit as she just stomps next to him. And with her one gauntleted hand, she just punches right through his head down to his sternum. He explodes, covering you in gore. And then she just withdraws her hand from the bloody mess, looks at you, looks down at the ground, and says, "Where'd you get the food?"
I slowly wipe the gore from my face and I go, I always save it for safekeeping.
I would have paid you money just to vomit again.
All right. So combat is officially over.
I wanted to do something.
Somebody please get these cuffs off.
Veronica will slowly walk over to you. And then as she goes behind you, there's like a big pause for a second. And she makes a bit of a face that you could see through the helmet. And then goes, "Oh, right." And then just uses the only hand that she actually still has. And with her gauntlet, just kind of snaps off the cuffs.
And then gives you a
My
little booty
heroine.
pat.
She does not. She does look like she's heavily concussed, though.
I actually know what that feels like, and it's very
What
unpleasant.
happened?
Oh, you know, I got to fight the dragon. I think I might have heard it. The ship escaped.
That's what we
Were
saw.
these guys? I'm assuming these guys were enemies. Hopefully.
Well, alliances have been kind of shifting.
It's been it's very fluid situation.
It is an evolving situation.
We're on the cutting edge of diplomacy.
Basically, we're basically making deals and screwing over whoever we need to get out of here in one piece.
And get that fucking space yard.
That's the first rational thing you have said the entire time we've been hanging out together.
She kind of nods slowly, and says, "Oh."
Does that include? Oh yeah, probably not.
She points. At first, there's another big pause, and then she kind of looks down at the stump of her arm, and then uses her other arm again to point at Ukluna. It's like, my fucking, sorry, I was a lefty. She points with her right hand at Ukluna. Yeah, we need to give him some medical care.
I'm fine.
Because what I gave him was temporary, and I'm pretty sure when I got to him, he was dead.
Well.
Oh, my heart was probably stopped. You probably gave me some adrenaline or something, right?
Well, no, I gave you some good combat drugs right there. There's some good shit. In fact, I wanted to use some on me as well. She pauses again for like a big moment. Yeah, my heart's still beating. So what's the plan? We're fighting the dragon again, or where's my gun? Hey, give me my gun. She puts out her hand for her rifle.
Okay, so first of all, I don't want to carry this rifle everywhere. It's heavy as shit, but you have a concussion. Do you think you should have the rifle, or do you think maybe until you're feeling better, someone else should carry it?
I mean, I think we're both half dead, so wouldn't you rather?
Well, I'm not saying I'm not saying I need to be the one to carry it. I'm just saying, like, if you accidentally try to aim for someone and hit me instead, you know what? Fuck it. Here, have your gun. I don't give a fuck. I got tired of
Okay.
arguing.
She holds on to it.
Just make sure the safety's on.
I retrieve my items from what's left of my guard. And what kind of pistol did he have, and is it still in one piece?
That is a good question. Let's see if it's still
Or
on
what
one
kind of
piece.
weapon did he have, and is it still in one piece?
Oh, I guess we probably should, like, because I think I lost my sword somewhere. Can I, like, do a little lap around the forest and find all my shit?
Oh yeah. That guard, like his body was just like eviscerated. You find like pieces of his stun pistol.
Okay. What about my stuff that he had?
Let's see.
I swear.
Your stuff seems to be intact.
Oh, thank you. Hey, hold this for me. Holds her sword out to you can borrow this if you want. She holds her sword out to Nicolina, just in case we need to cut anybody in battle dress. You're probably better with this than I am.
Oh, thank you. But where's my sword?
I don't know. Where's your sword?
I'm gonna shuffle around. I'm gonna shuffle around the leaves and see if I can find my shit.
Okay. Looking around for it takes you a minute or two, but you will be able to find your sword.
My rapier, right?
Yes.
Because do I still have my long blade on me?
So you have, yeah, you can have your long blade.
Okay,
Your
I
long
wasn't
blade's there.
sure because I seem to remember somewhere along the way someone took some weapons from us.
And then we get them back because we made.
I got them all back for
nice
you guys.
defense.
Oh, so I still have my flechette pistol then too.
Yes.
Okay.
You decided to use your blade before.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you are re-equipped.
And now I have a different sword. I have 3 swords.
Like you're collecting them.
So what kind of you gave me a sword that can like cut through battle dress?
Oh, it could definitely cut through battle. It's almost a lightsaber.
Oh my god. Well, I should have given you a more spirited thank you. I didn't realize it was almost a lightsaber.
Yeah, it has armor penetration of 30.
Can I wear it on my belt like a lightsaber?
I mean, it still has like an
It
actual
still has a
physical
solid
blade
core,
as well.
but
Oh, okay.
it also is electrified.
All right. Well, that's pretty awesome, actually. Do you want my flechette pistol as a trade?
No, I've got my stunner and I'm better with that. At least till we find a better energy weapon.
I'm actually really glad because I still want to find an opportunity to shoot someone with my flechette pistol.
Well, we gotta find you some help.
Well, does anyone know where the captain is? Because we can't go back to base. We just killed half their fucking guard, right?
Well, 3 of them.
Well, you guys can't go back to base. And then I brandished my little dagger again and saunter off.
Well, also, you're still covered in blood for Slems.
That's all right. That's easily explainable.
Yeah, that can happen to anyone. Anyone under a vast number of circumstances.
It's the forest. You know how many times I've come out of a forest covered head to toe in blood and no one batted an eye?
Andrew, your character knows for a fact there was no forest on Drinax.
Lems is making direct eye contact with Andrew right now.
I dare you to call me on my bullshit.
Incredulous. But well, we need a plan, and we need to get these 2 some help.
Right. By the way, I want to make sure that I have this correct in my brain.
Can you still,
Can I still what?
Veronica? Do you still have comms? Have you been able to reach the ship?
No, they're. I think they're out of. They got out of range for me. Also, she kind of looks drunkenly at Okluna for a second. Was I hit hard, real hard? Because his eyes look like they're big bug eyes.
That's that's another story for another day.
Bug? What are you talking about?
Um,
My eyes are totally normal.
She. There's another big pause, and she goes, "Ah, my fucking arm! I was trying to poke it."
Poke his eyes out.
Okay, well I
That'd
think.
be really hard.
Okay,
use
so-
an arm. She's taking it like a champ, man.
So I think Veronica might be.
Well, she's probably still in shock.
Yeah, she's also. I could probably tell with my medical training. She's probably, like, has a concussion or whatever. Well,
He might be concussed.
where do we get medical supply? Where are there medical supplies? Let's start there. And
Well, there was the tent back in town, but
okay. We don't have
What's our-
anything.
what's our story gonna be that why we are injured, and we're missing 3 guards?
We were attacked by the dragon.
The other helper
Yeah,
attacked us, and we survived.
I mean, he went off to chase our ship again.
Okay.
I don't know. That's the best I can come up with. I mean, is there any local fauna around here that could have attacked us?
You have not encountered any aggressive alien species since you've been on the moon. You've encountered the last people, and you've encountered helpers so far.
I have a pretty good
In fact-
relationship with the last people at this point, right?
In fact, the only other sort of like life that you've seen is fish and plant life.
Yeah, so there probably isn't anything.
Slem scoffs every time you guys say the word people.
So we would have to say that it was the other. So we would have to say that it was the other helper.
Yeah, that's the most feasible at least.
But why would? Yeah, and
It would also explain why Veronica's battle dress is so fucked up. Like that might actually sell the lie a little more.
we managed to. The ship. Yeah, we got involved in the crossfire between the ship and the helper.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we keep the lie as close to the truth as we can. Veronica was able to wound it. At least we think she was, but she was badly hurt.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And it did take out all 3 of the guards, and
and me.
I'm banged up, and almost Okluna.
Yeah.
Okluna was almost dead. We barely made it away. I like this.
All right, Slems.
And I was there.
And you vomited,
I had a tummy ache.
which is also not a lie.
You all realize the one flaw in this plan, right?
Well, no,
I'm not there.
you're not here to tell us.
So, now, Sean, Gani McCord, you have reached the outskirts of the settlement.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find the captain.
You can get to the main keep, where you see that there's at least 3 missing officers that used to be there that aren't there anymore.
And they're never coming back, motherfuckers.
Do I see the captain?
Yes.
I'm gonna say, hey. Oh, sorry.
She looks up to you and she smiles, and as you kind of walk towards her, for a second the light dims, and you look up and you can see the helper do a flyover of the settlement, and it seems to be starting to fly over the settlement in like a grid-like pattern.
Gotcha.
And she says, "Ah, Captain, thank you for coming back. The helper has spoken of your conversation with her."
Oh, okay, cool. Did my info check out about the spy master?
Where we are attempting to locate the spy master already. We discovered the battle dress, like you like you gave us the information for. So we have secured that. Thank you.
Also, I just heard gunshots and saw some trees fall down. Maybe we should go investigate that.
Oh, well, I'll send a message to our teams out there. Whereabouts did you hear that?
Where did I hear it from?
You can give them an approximate location.
The northwest.
Okay. I'll give an approximate location.
All right. We appreciate your help. It seems like this plot really could have sabotaged our efforts.
Can someone remind me what side of this we ended up on at the last?
I'm gonna say to the captain too. So
What your plan exactly was, to be sure. If you don't,
I just
I'm gonna say.
go ahead. Go ahead.
You can go first.
Well, I just at the end of the last session, didn't we kind of decide what side are we helping again?
So your character, just to bring you all up to speed. So for three of you, had kind of decided you were going to go along with your spy master friend,
right,
and help her for her efforts, and then her plan was to kind of get a ride along with you, because originally her plan was kind of like a suicide plan.
right, and
she was more she was more worried about any of these helpers getting off this world, because she thought they were a danger to the greater galaxy at large.
Okay, so originally
and then Slems wanted to possibly persuade his new boy toy, the bastard son of the Emperor, possibly to come along as well.
Okay.
But then, unbeknownst to all three of your characters, Gunny McCore, given only partial knowledge of the plan, believes that he's working with the Third Imperium to help them. So he's actually undermined your plan by giving them an extra bit of information about the battle dress and its location to the captain and to the helper. So that's basically cut out the main part of the Spy Master's plan. So now...
Okay, so...
I thought Cluna told him to do that.
I thought I did, and I thought... I'm pretty sure I didn't explain it. I think I explained it poorly.
So what happened was he told Gunny McCore to tell all of this information to the helper. But what Gunny McCore did first is he told all of this information to the captain of the Third Imperium forces.
So it was Sean's fault.
So she wouldn't let me see the helper if I.
Basically, that's what happened.
But then Sean communed with the helper anyway,
yes.
Right? And we found out that I seem to remember getting the impression that maybe they weren't as dangerous and evil as we thought.
This one appeared to have a very different temperament to the other one that you spoke to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now I'm just as confused about who I want to win, but...
So is Gunny McCore asking the captain anything else?
Yes. The captain's going to say, okay, so those gunshots I heard, it was right after I talked with the helper. I'm worried now that the spy master might have attacked. Like, what if she has people on her payroll? Like, what if she, what I'm saying? Like, what if she's been able to influence your inner circle somewhat? And that's what these people, that's what these gunshots were a result of.
That would be a disturbing theory. Well, we'll see what the Marines find out.
Okay.
Thank you. There's still some food on the tables over there.
Have a piece of pie.
I think you deserve a bit of rest. Someone might as well enjoy today, and you've already done a lot for our settlement.
Well, I appreciate it, but I feel like also like as an officer, Like I should be helping to support you. You know what I mean?
Well, if you want, they could always use some more help at the medical tent.
Okay, I'll go help out there.
Okay.
If you see my crew, can you tell them where I am?
Of course.
And I'll go help with the medical tent.
All right. So back to the rest of the crew. Okay, so you're right here in the middle of the forest with Veronica. You were led here by the officers. Which character was keeping track of where you were going?
Were we supposed to do that?
I mean, we all know who absolutely wasn't, right? So we can cross
Well,
someone's name
technically
off
before
the list.
so technically before Slems was the best one, rolling for like the survival checks that got you to the settlement in the first place.
What skill do we need? Is it like a navigation skill or something?
I would say in this case, survival would probably be the best one to kind of navigate a forest.
I don't have that. Andrew, do you have survival?
No, but somebody has jack of all trades. Still makes him the best person to do it.
Who?
Slems, yeah.
Oh, I have jack of all trades.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well,
You have
There you
Jack of all
go.
trades 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Slems have Jack of all trades 1.
you probably
and
have
this
the
is-
better education.
Okay.
Well, you
Hey,
do have a bit.
Well, let's try
I
yours.
represent that.
Why don't you take a swing at it, and if you fuck it up, I'll take a swing at it.
What am I swinging at?
Where we are,
2d6 minus 2.
our present location and our proposed heading.
Oh, that's easy. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, let me give it a go. You said 2d6 minus 2.
Yes. Actually, in your case, 2d6 minus 1.
So 6.
Great. So we're lost.
So you think you know the kind of vague direction of the settlement, but you're not 100% on it. And
And Veronica, you don't have comms or anything.
These other 2 guards didn't have any medical supplies on them we could
Yeah,
use?
can we do a full search of all the what we can find, what's left of the guards?
The other
Alright,
2
so-
guards were not totally eviscerated?
So the one that you completely eviscerated at this point, there's nothing else left to find on that officer. The one that was beheaded, you find a combat knife.
Did Veronica behead him? How did he get beheaded?
Well, his
Shut
head-
his head off, I believe.
His head was shot off.
Oh, okay. He probably didn't see that
You-
coming.
Let's see. You find one comm device on the guard that had his head kind of like punched through his body.
So he had a combat knife and a comms device.
You find one comms device on the one that was punched by Veronica. You find a combat knife on the one that was beheaded. Because the one that she punched was the one that had a comms device. It's just covered in kind of like viscera and other nastiness.
It still works though, right?
Yeah, it looks to be like a fairly basic survival radio.
Okay. And they didn't have anything else on him, like.
Going through the muck of the body, that's what you find that's like usable.
All right, so a combat knife and 2 radios. Andrew, do you want this combat knife?
I am still working on my training, so it's not going to do me much good.
I'm gonna put it in my boot, just to
Just
feel
take
like a
the radio.
badass. Yeah. Why don't you
It's a
take
nice
a?
combat knife. It cut right through you.
Yeah. Oh, it cuts through. Apparently, it's the magic, the magic combat knife that cuts through subdermal armor.
If you look at it closely, you can see that it's not a normal combat knife. It appears to be what is your education? Roll me 2d6 plus 2. You do not recognize this type of combat knife, but you do see that there's a place, and there is a power cell inserted into the hilt of the knife. And there does seem to be some sort of electronic component to it, so it's obviously not a normal knife.
And I know how to handle it without accidentally turning it on, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stuff that in my belt or my boot or something. I'm gonna hold on to that for later.
Okay.
And then Andrew, do you want to split the radios, just so we both have one?
Yes.
And do we have the captain doesn't have comms, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, which captain are you talking about?
Our captain, Guy
Yeah,
McCord.
Got him-
Okay. And we don't want to contact the ship because the helper will hear us.
And you can tell from the sort of comms that you have right now, it has basically a range of about 50 kilometers.
So we might not be able to contact the ship anyway, depending on how far away it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's further than 50 kilometers away, you wouldn't be able to reach it.
Would there be a way for me, would I know, given my comms training, if attempting to contact the ship, would that help the Third Imperium triangulate and find our ship?
Well, Veronica already said the ship's out of range.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, it might be
it
able to help
was.
them. I mean, it might be able to possibly, if they respond and they're listening to a wide band of ranges. You have a limited band of ranges that you can use on this basic survival radio. You have a choice of 12 different channels.
Hey,
Okay. So it's like a walkie-talkie.
do you want to do that thing with your voice and pretend to be one of the guards and check in, or tell them that we're under attack by the helper, or what do we want to do here?
That's not a bad idea. However,
And when you do that, I could attempt to use this radio to triangulate the position of the reply, and then we won't be lost anymore.
okay. I think that's a pretty good idea. I would be able to do that at least too, right? Because of my is that
Well,
something
you'd
that
be better at it than I would be.
like if yours doesn't work? I wonder if that's going to be a navigate or a comms thing, or if it would be something else.
It would definitely be a comms thing.
Okay. All right.
Your comms is better than mine.
So Richard, how does the Shrieker box work? Do I access a recording? Is it like my Alexa and it's constantly recording all conversations ever? And then anyone I can come in contact with, I can copy their voice, or how does that work?
Yeah, I'd probably say that the model that you have has maybe let's say a 24-hour buffer, and then if you have a voice that you want to be able to use past that, you can flag it and keep it
And save it. Okay.
Otherwise, it would just be kind of auto deleted.
Okay.
To save memory.
So I'm going to call in. I'm going to call in an emergency. Well, first of all, can I use my comm skills to figure out what channel the military communications are on?
Probably
Well,
the one it's set to.
Yeah, it's already set to a channel.
Okay, yeah, I'll just use that one then. So I'll call in an emergency, and report that we engaged the enemy helper and barely survived, and that I am almost certainly fatally wounded, and that I am with Gani McCour's crew, and that I'm likely to die.
Okay. Can you roll deception for me?
Yeah. What is it?
So that's going to be for you 2d6 plus. I think it's 4 for you because no, sorry, wrong skill. 2d6 plus 3.
It's a 9.
It's good.
Okay, so you're calling this in. You're saying that you're being attacked by the enemy helper.
I'm going to say that we were attacked by the enemy helper, and that it has fled to chase Gani McCour's ship, and that I am fatally wounded, and I will probably die soon, and that I'm with Gani McCour's crew, and that his crew survives, but I'm the only surviving member of the detail that went out with them, but not for long.
Are you making any mention of Veronica?
That we have.
No, I'm not going to mention it. Well, hold on, shit. Oh, you know what? I'll say that we found another member of his crew out in the jungle.
Okay.
Or the forest, or
you
whatever.
hear a few clicks, and then familiar voice of Vigilant coming through and saying, "All right, we'll have people to you shortly. Try to hang on there."
Yeah, I'm probably not going to make it. We're going to try to triangulate and get our position and make it back to camp.
But if they want to send people to help us, all the better.
You know what? We're going to stay here. Go ahead and come get us.
Yeah, we've got multiple wounded. We could use some assistance.
We've got multiple wounded, and we could use some assistance. I am covering up the radio every time Andrew talks to me. I'm doing that.
Right.
I'm going to do that thing we all did in the 90s when we all had phones. Like you know, we put our hand over the receiver. Shut up. That's what my mom used to do.
All right. Well, the sun shines bright amongst the stars.
Just making it.
Okay, so that's. I'm gonna.
Making a cutting noise.
Yeah, I'm gonna make. I'm going.
No reply.
I'm going to use my communication skills to create. To create a convincing feedback.
Okay. And so your comm skill, say 1. Okay, so 2d6 plus 3. Okay. You hear Vigilant's voice again. I did not get your reply. The sun shines bright amongst the stars.
And then I will say, please repeat last. We can't hear you. And I'll make the terminology and the jargon
I'm still making the cut. Like, don't say anything. Like, I'm making the cutting motion across my throat. Just like, don't say anything.
I'm just gonna turn the radio off.
Okay.
So
you're dead now. You don't have to say anything else.
So that guy died right before he was gonna answer your obvious code. He died.
Exactly.
Gani McCour, as you're working with the doctors, they're appreciating your help. You're moving bandages. You're helping comfort a bunch of people who have been blinded. You hear whispers among some of the officers that they have found people out in the woods, and a lot of them are sounding confused. It's like, enemy helper? I never heard of any enemy helper.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, well, I don't really need permission to leave, do I?
Well, no, you're assisting. So
Yeah, I think
you
the captain
volunteered
likes
to
you
do
now.
this.
So I guess I'll be like, hey, I'll be right back, and I'm gonna go. Or I'll ask them, where is this at? Where was this enemy helper sighted?
Oh well, we just overheard because the Marines are bringing some people in. Just enemy helper being. Well, some people overheard over the comms, though that they didn't respond to the call sign.
Oh, weird. What's the call sign? Or would I know the call sign?
Well, no, it's just just to confirm in cases of danger,
Are you being
that
held
everything is
hostage?
that you're all if you worked in the military, right?
Well, right. Sorry. When I asked, would I know the call sign? That was out of character. Sorry.
You know some like basic naval ones that are sometimes used, but on certain expeditions and certain crews there can be different ones.
Oh, Akluna probably knows, right?
Yeah, but just because you're aware of call signs
Like, they'd be
doesn't
using a
mean
different
that you
one.
know what this specific
Yeah.
one was, and it would probably be unique to this group that's been
Yeah.
marooned on the planet. So.
Yeah, so you probably recognized in the moment, which is why I thought you guys were covering with the static, that it was a call sign.
Well, yeah, that's why we were. I think we picked up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say
It wasn't exactly subtle.
I wasn't trying to be super subtle.
I'll be like, wait a minute. If they didn't know the call sign, and then he's gonna think to himself, wait a minute, my crew doesn't know the call sign. Oh my god, they were attacked by the enemy helper, and I'm gonna kind of be like, hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna rush out to the tent.
That's some tight logic, actually.
So you're gonna rush to the captain?
Yes. Or well,
okay.
Yeah, maybe not to the captain, but I'll rush down to where they said this happened at.
Well, it's a distance away. They said they were sending in the Marines.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'll go to the captain then.
She's kind of at her table along with her officers. She's looking a little bit perturbed, and she looks up to you as you come up and say, "Ah, Captain. Interesting situation playing out in the forest."
Yeah, I just heard some rumors about that.
Yeah, it's very confusing because we were told by our helper that no other rogue helpers should be able to come within at least 100 kilometers of us.
Gotcha. And yeah, I just heard that apparently a call sign was given, but it wasn't. A call sign wasn't given back though in return.
Yes, it's very interesting. It's something I wouldn't expect from one of my officers. But
Yeah.
I did hear his voice, but not the proper response.
Gotcha.
Well, to be fair, what they heard was radio trouble. Right, that's why I made the whole comms rule in the first place, was to pretend like there was
No. She just seems concerned right now. So
really, because she sounds sketchy as fuck. She sounds suspicious.
I mean, the whole thing is sketchy as fuck because the attack, to her knowledge, couldn't have happened. But she says Vigilant is out trying to recover them. So hopefully we will see your crew soon. And hopefully, at least one of my people should be coming back.
Yeah, hopefully. I guess if you'd be willing to keep me apprised of the situation.
Yeah. As you guys are there, you can hear the sound of movement happening through the trees. And landing heavily next to you, one in kind of glorious gold armor and the others in regular blue and red of the Third Imperium, are 4 Marines with Vigilant at their head.
I give him my cutesy eyes. I bat my eyelashes at him.
Hey, boys.
As you're covered in throw up and gore.
Yeah.
Vigilant kind of steps forward and waves the others back, who are kind of. It's hard to tell how they're reacting to this because their faces are covered by their helmets. Vigilant strides forward, and at this point, rather intimidating because wearing the battle dress, he's over 8 feet tall. And
But I'm not intimidated because he's just my cute little Snooky Wookums,
he's looking around, and he says, "What's going on over here?"
All of the confidence drains from my face, and I look over at Akluna, and I go, "That's exactly what I've been trying to figure out. Can I vomit on command again?"
You have a lot less in the tank, so at this point, it's probably will mostly just be bile.
You need to rehydrate. you wasted it all. To be fair, it saved our lives.
Like at this point, you'd be more retching, if anything.
Okay, I'll do some more retching, and I'll say, "Sorry, I can't do decapitated bodies."
Okay, he turns to the rest of you. Who is this individual? He gestures with one hand at Veronica.
It's one of our crew members. She was attacked by the other helper, as we all were.
She kind of stumbles forward for a second, and there's another noticeable pause before she swears and gestures her rifle towards Vigilant and says, "Your armor is fucking great. I want it."
But behind Veronica, I'm gonna pipe in and say she got hit in the head pretty hard.
Well, she lost.
I survived a nuke.
Sure you did. That's funny. She doesn't know what she's saying.
Well, they saw the nukes, so.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's probably that checks out.
Yeah, Vigilant's gonna say the same thing. It's like, well, that checks out. We did see the explosion.
I'm just really worried about Veronica just saying shit she shouldn't say.
What happened to these people?
To what people?
We were attacked.
Oh, the officers? I'm not sure. It happened so fast. I practically died. I think I might have literally died.
Vigilant looks at the syringe still in your sternum and says, "Do you need medical attention?"
Yes, I
I think
obviously
we're all
do.
banged up. These two the worst. Pointing at Veronica
I thought
and
you'd never asked.
Right.
I wish you would have led with that question instead of what the fuck happened.
Okay, he's gonna first kneel down and just kind of look at the bodies for a second. So none of you knows what killed these officers?
All I heard were there were some gunshots, there were some weird noises. We already said that we were
killed by
attacked.
gunshots.
Oh, like I said, almost dead. I'm gonna flick at the thing in my chest.
Okay. Now Vigilant's looking between Slems and Andrew. Did either one of you see what killed these people?
I'm not sure. It happened so quick. I was looking around trying to find a target.
I may have overeaten. I've been really nauseous and staring at my toes the entire time, more than not.
Can't you just throw yourself into his arms and just be like, or is this not the guy that you're fucking?
No, it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, well,
Are
just
you
like
saying that out loud, or are you saying that as Daniel?
as Daniel. Sorry, I don't think I know that myself. Oh no, I definitely do because I was about to walk in on them.
Your character does.
Yeah, I don't think Monty was here when that happened though. So
No. We caught up.
oh, so you do
We-
okay.
we-
Yeah, I
Yeah.
almost walked in on you like doing the dirty and decided not to. You're welcome.
it's doing the clean. All
Yeah.
right.
Well, in any case, I was spared the horror of seeing that.
Goff.
All right. Well, I can see for at least 2 of these bodies, it looks as if like they died to weapons fire.
I mean,
You guys
We-
should have destroyed these bodies. Hindsight, am I right?
like
The
I
other
s-
one seems to be killed by some sort of impact.
yeah, yeah, dude.
No, isn't Veronica's power armor like covered in gore too?
Well, it's hard to tell if he's giving Veronica a few looks right now.
I'm not sure. I got knocked down. I got knocked out. I'm all bruised up.
It was very chaotic. Like you don't understand. You weren't there. It was very chaotic.
So,
We're spacers. We're not set for this ground pounding stuff. Well,
right.
most of us.
I'm
yeah,
just
ground
confused,
pounder.
I'm just confused because one of these, and he points to the corpses, people apparently called in and said a helper was attacking while you were all present with them.
It was.
I didn't.
It
see
was. It was. I mean, it was your guy that lived. He died. Like he called in help
Yeah,
and then he died.
We didn't have anything to help him with. Yeah.
I mean, didn't he
Right.
say over the radio that I mean, he was in really bad shape. Like I'm surprised he said as much as he did.
I'm saying this is Monty, guys. This is the worst lie ever. It was terrible.
Yeah, mine was 100% better.
Well,
Yeah,
what do you mean what do you mean what was your lie? You went and gave way too many details. You got us into this mess.
My lie was that the spy master found out that I told, and she attacked you guys.
Well,
Hey, listen, you're still $38 million in debt on your lives, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
We have reason not to trust you. We have 38 million reasons.
Apparently that was Slem's fault because he let me walk into that ambush.
Vigilant is going to point his to his people and say, "Look, we're going to airdrop them in for medical attention. Everybody, please turn over your weapons to my Marines before we pick you up." A Marine goes to each of you, but he waves off the one going to Slems.
There we go.
Are you
There we
are you surrendering your weapons to the Marines?
How many
Not
Marines
fighting
are there?
three Marines. Three
There
Marines
are-
in battle dress.
Oh, fuck. Well, I got
There-
I got
there-
that I got the one knife that magically cuts through subdermal armor.
Daniel, no. Daniel.
All right, fine. Here,
no.
you have my fucking weapons. You're not getting my
Okay.
mechanical arm. now.
Careful with that. That's an antique.
Do you see how much you struggled against the last guy? That was just a guy.
that suddenly had a magical subdermal armor knife.
It wasn't magic, but it could go through armor. It
Felt-
did have armor.
it was-
piercing
Felt
balls.
It
felt
was
pretty
plot
magical to me.
developing, okay?
Do you try to hold onto the knife and see if they don't find it?
What's hidden in my boot?
Do you hand it over?
No, it's in my boot.
They're wearing armor. That they're like high tech, like weapon scanning armor.
Are they?
I don't know. I guess you got to make your decision now, because that technically is not your knife, and a high value knife like that would be recognized as someone else's knife, I imagine.
It could be.
There you go.
Well, you could try to hold it and hope they don't find it.
I mean, it's in my boot.
Are
I
you-
don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. What knife?
What knife? It's in the boot. All right. Next.
Okay. It does have a power source. Just to...
Well, no, I took the battery out earlier.
Uh-oh.
No one was looking.
I hit the off switch.
Are you retconning that you took the battery out?
No, that would be unfair.
Okay.
I took the SIM card out.
Okay.
Not on.
You will. Yep. So you guys are being picked up by the Marines, and you're being flown out. Vanessa is also flown out. A little bit slowly, considering that she's a little bit heavier. So for Slems, Vigilant kind of kneels next to you, Slems, and his helmet kind of splits in half and goes back, and you can see his face, and you can see his like golden eyebrow like arcs up beneath his scars, and he says, "All right, be
Right.
honest with me, man.
Roadhead?
What fucking happened here?"
Oh God. Ugh.
Akluna's gonna look around and pretend like he can't hear this conversation happening.
Well, you can't. You're flying through the air, away from here.
Are we not
You're
all in
heading
the
towards
same? We're not all in this. Oh, so they're on the ground.
No. He kept Slems behind
Oh,
while
okay,
you guys
okay.
are
Well, then-
being airlifted away.
Well, then yeah, I think then I'm just enjoying the pain medication. I hope they gave me.
Here's a question, if that's okay. Would
Sure.
would Slems be smart enough to answer that, or would he have it to be deferred to the captain?
We'll
Like
we'll,
me.
we'll see if Slems answers, because
That's Slem's.
Vigilant just asked the question. It's up to Monty.
Limbs takes a big, deep inward sigh, and he thinks about all those fucking notebooks that he's filled up these last couple of months.
Slimes has notebooks.
You know, you know what? You know,
They're like lab report books. It's
No,
how
you-
you've
you-
documented
you-
all of your sexual escapades. You've written about them in detail.
he's
Daniel,
been
you have no
documenting-
idea.
He's been documenting all of the wrongs and injustices heaped upon him.
Oh well,
by
that's fine.
crew and enemy
Well, because
alike.
that's been mostly from Gani McCour, so that's fine.
Mostly.
What?
And
So, yep, you're
and-
thinking about your notebooks.
yeah, he's thinking about his notebooks and all the shit that gets said to his face just day in and day out by this completely ungrateful crew. And he thinks about the notebook that he's going to have to write about by saying the next few things. And he goes, when the dragon attacked, he hit us with some weird psionic powers, and everyone was shooting at everyone for a minute. And I don't know how we were able to turn the tides, but we did. I think maybe the nuke had something to do with it.
Okay,
But
weird.
anyway, you're asking the wrong person. because-
Monty, easily the doofiest character of this entire campaign so far, and you can put that in your notebook, just gave the best bit of storytelling.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
I
that
was
little
gonna
thing
say
you
that-
just did, I was sitting there like, oh shit, Slams is gonna fuck all of us. Here we go, we're all fucked.
No, that was probably the best story that's been given out tonight. This is going to be a fairly easy check for you. This is going to be 2d6 plus 2.
Right? Yeah, because he wants your dick.
doesn't want it.
He wants to
Got
keep it. Yeah.
10.
Well, yeah. These things have been psionic, so that would make a bit more sense than what they're talking about. I swear, you seem to be the only one with a good head on their shoulders amongst your crew.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I don't know what they would do
What's his
without
name?
me.
What's the guy's name? That wasn't a Richard.
Vigilant.
Shut the fuck up. That's that guy. Shut the fuck up.
Yep, I figured. That's a vigilant.
Yeah,
The
Vigilant. Shut the
bastard
fuck
son
up,
of the
Vigilant.
Emperor.
Don't.
I'm surprised you're not captain.
Not that again.
Oh my god.
Slem's just fully erect now.
No. Just like a straight brain aneurysm. He cringes inside again. He goes, "It's a wonder to me as well, my love."
I don't know if I'll ever question your loyalty again.
Yeah, I'm gonna just out of character. I'm going to do a court-martial of Slems with a. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not.
This is gonna get you a court martial.
No, see, but this is what I'm saying. You know, once again, I tactfully save the team, and I'm gonna get my ship shares taken away again.
You're
And
not
Vim's gonna get elected to the position
President.
of getting a blowjob every night for I don't know.
you're not the hero. You're not the hero we deserved, but you're the hero we needed right now.
All right, well, Vigilant will close his helmet, and he'll offer you his arms, and he will say, all right, let's head on to the settlement. And hopefully, well, your people don't open their mouths too much before you get back.
I jump into his arms like a baby, and for the first time all day, I truly feel safe again.
Because of the battle armor, I assume.
Well, back at the keep, Gani McCord, you are there when the first few members of your crew arrive with the Marines as they fly in. Two of them are quite horribly injured. You can see that Veronica looks like she's barely holding it together in her battle dress, and the doctors immediately go to start working on them.
Okay, I will. I'll run up to Veronica, make sure like, oh my god, what happened? Like, are you okay and stuff? You know.
Okay, well, the doctors are working on her, so.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she'll actually start telling the same story that she told everyone else.
Okay.
That, well, we waited on the ship for the 2 days, Captain, like you told us. And then, the helper came around and had to fight off the helper. And I ended up having to use my nuke.
Oh,
And then I went into the ground for quite a while. And I managed to dig myself out. And then when I got up, I saw the rest of the crew up there. And again, the doctors are all around her working on her right now. And then, I saw that Ukluna, whoa, he was fucking dead. So I was like, I used some battle medication on him, and I did. And then, but before that, I had to shoot the head off of the guy who was had the stabby knife over him. And then there were 2 other guys, but they died quick soon as well.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Ukluna killed one of them with my gun.
Okay.
And then
she's delirious. She doesn't know what she's saying.
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, wheel her into surgery now, please. She's clearly delirious.
I was wondering how long you guys were going to let this go
I
on.
was-
If Slems was there, he would have shut her the fuck up. But you know,
Just
he's somewhere
put a
else.
hand over her mouth, just like.
Before she
Yeah, I'm
says
He
that,
mothered her to death immediately, right then and there.
With a pillow, just.
when she says Okluna, can I like put my hand over like and be like, yeah, okay, good enough. Like I'll put like the oxygen or like I'll put like the what's the
Grab the paddles and just scream clear and shock her.
what's the stuff called when it puts you to sleep for surgery?
Or the anesthesia, yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
try to give
The
her
propofol?
The doctor is currently working on her. And says, okay, well, and the doctor, like, as hearing, like, Cluna killed the other. The doctor kind of like looks up and says, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to put her out soon for surgery. Both she and the other patient are gonna need surgery.
Okay, but before like could I intercept her before she says that? Like
I was waiting for you guys in game to interrupt her at any point, so she just got to
Yeah.
the point that I spoke to.
Your
gross.
drunken Veronica was so spellbinding that we were distracted.
Yes.
It was entertaining.
Yes.
I imagined the same thing.
I thought you
as
were gonna
Gunny
hiccup.
McCore was listening, and I imagined the Gunny McCore was like, "Oh yeah. Oh no! Shut the fuck up!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'll be like, look, she is quite the alcoholic. I've had to talk with her about
She's
it.
an alcoholic. That's what
She likes to.
She says,
She likes to
you,
tell tall
Captain."
tales.
You're just throwing Veronica under the bus.
I'm gonna put the anesthetic on her.
She's a drunk and she
fast.
beats her kids.
Alcoholic? I'm not Barbie.
As she's putting, she's put unconscious. She
I
says,
love pudding.
"Functional alcoholic, functional."
Yeah, see what I mean?
All right.
She's gotten some pink slips before because of it.
At this point, you will arrive, Slems, since it was only like a minute after everybody else.
Thank God I got here. God.
You got to cuddle with your man the whole time, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but look at all these loose lips sinking ships.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
I'm just gonna
So
pretend to be
you are-
mute from now on. Just be like,
Oh, well, Cluna is now unconscious as he's being put in for surgery.
can I scream
So
at them to
right-
fix my eyes?
As you're being put under,
Yeah.
my eye.
Fix my eyes, god damn it!
All right. The rest of you are brought forward with the captain and Vigilant at the main table, and the captain
Richard.
looks
did
at you all, and Vigilant says, Captain, I spoke to, I spoke to Slems here, and he clarified some of the statements the others made. It appears as if there's been some sort of psionic attack on their group that occurred.
gotcha.
The captain says, that could make some sense. Possibly even make sense of the distance discrepancy. Well, it is very unfortunate that the crew that I sent with you did not return. Is there any more insight that you all have on this enemy helper?
I'm just not entirely sure what happened, to be honest.
What about you, Gani McCore?
Well, so this is just a theory, but the helper attacks my crew, right? This rogue helper, What if, and just hear me out, the spy master and this rogue helper are working together because they clearly don't want your people to reach this island. And she finds out, hey, maybe she found out someone had told her, how I told you about her plan.
Mm-hmm.
She informs the rogue helper about it, attacks my crew, and does the psionic shit. Could even control them somehow with the psionic shit.
Makes sense to me.
I like how we don't know what the proper term for whatever you're trying to communicate, so it's just become psionic shit. It'd be a very pirate thing for us to do.
So this psionic assault.
I mean, that's the best theory that I can come up with, because my crew doesn't do anything that I don't order them to do.
The Slams not snicker at once?
No, he's still shell-shocked by the fact that he remained loyal right now.
He's still thinking about his journals.
Yeah, he's still rethinking, like, actually writing down all of those fucking threats, and now having to say that he didn't follow up on any of it when he had the chance.
All right. Well, she says, okay. Well, we'll start a house-by-house search for the... Yeah, we've been so busy with the search for all of you and the force, so I guess we could start a house-by-house search for the spy master. The helper has been trying to search for her psionically, but has not been able to find a trace for her in the town.
Her? Oh, the spy master. So I thought
the one that you reported to me?
No, sorry, I thought you were talking about the other helper. I thought the other helper was calling the other helper her. Sorry, I was getting my things. That was out of character, by the way. Sorry.
At this point, another member of the Imperium that you haven't met before. This one is kind of like dressed in work clothes. A lot of pouches on his belts, a few hammers and whatnot. Comes running up and says, Captain, there's a bit of an issue. And she sighs. And it's like, there are far too many issues that... Yes. How can I help you, Mr. Stevens? And he says, the boat seems to have been stolen. And she turns and says, what? He says, yes, while we were busy with this, it seems someone has made off with the boat and is heading towards the island.
See what I tell you? Fucking spy master.
Exactly as I predicted.
And considering how close we are, we will leave it off there.
Before we do, can Gani McCord
Okay.
express how happy he is to see his crew is all right?
Particularly Slems.
Well, just all of them, he cares about.
You're still gonna shit on Slems in your opportunity to be more grateful toward him.
Okay, so the captain is dealing with this news, and then Gani McCord turns to the rest of you. You see, Andrew looks like she's covered in kind of like dirt, and actually a little bit of blood, but hopefully not her own blood. You see that Slems is covered in God knows what, and smells probably like the worst thing ever right now, and he looks a little bit shell-shocked.
It's been a rough day.
And then behind them, you see on like two cots, like surgery is starting on the other two crew members.
Gotcha. Does Gani McCord know that Slems spun this yarn about, or no? Like in character,
No.
do you know?
No, in character at this point, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't think we've been back for that long.
And in fact, Andrew, this is the first that you've heard of a psionic attack.
I'm playing dumb. I'm not sure what happened.
That's exactly what a psionic attack would do.
Exactly. So, like I said, I don't know. I know nothing. I know nothing.
That's
I'm
all
not
you
gonna-
guys gave me to work with
So
your
You know nothing,
terrible
Johnson.
lies.
So the captain and Vigilance start talking to each other. So you do have a moment to have a little powwow for the three of you.
I'll be like, okay, so I'm gonna whisper and be like, tell me happened in exact detail, but also first, I am so happy all of you are okay.
Well, we're really not, but
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Captain.
Aw.
Well, we tried to break our captors, and it didn't go well. But fortunately, Veronica saved us. And-
So Gunny McCord, this will be a bit confusing to you because the last you heard from Ukluna, you were supposed to be working with these people. So escaping from them sounds like it would be counterproductive.
Okay, so I'll talk to Okluna about that. And I'll be like, but who came up with the thing about the helper though, the rogue helper idea?
The psionic idea, you mean?
Yeah, the psionic idea.
What psionic idea?
But like who
Well, yeah, because we were flown back, so I don't think we've even heard about this yet, right?
That's why I said what. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I said what.
Yeah.
Psionic?
So Andrew just heard the first mention of this from Vigilant's mouth at the table.
Yeah, I don't know what Vigilance talking about. What psionic attack?
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, but you said right. I meant like who? I guess not scientist. I guess like who came up with the idea about the rogue helper?
Yeah, I shrugged my shoulders. I would assume Slems. If Vigilant heard it, Vigilant was Slem, so I assume it was his idea.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Slems and be like, Slems, good work.
I didn't come up with the rogue helper
You're
idea.
getting your ship shares back.
Thank you, Captain, but I really would prefer not to have to share anything with anyone. So,
Well, I'll give you one of mine then. I say, or half of one of mine. I say as I slap you on the back.
Well, how
wait,
about
so
we-
now you're only giving me half?
But no, you have a ship share, don't you? Don't
Monty, you answered that really strangely, though.
Well, I'm just
And be-
confused.
And being bitchy, you lost some of the ship shares.
Actually, I'll give him one of mine. I'll give him a full one of my ship shares.
Well, so just give him
So
one
now
of
I have
yours and
two
then
ship
take.
shares.
No. Give him one of yours, and then you take the one that you took away from him. That way, it all works out.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll give you 2 ship shares.
That's not. Okay, you know what? That's fine.
This is what I wanted. Quiet. There was a method to my madness, and
Well,
it paid off spectacularly.
Isn't
Done. Deal.
the math?
I shake your hand thankfully, and the gore and vomit that is covering me flakes off onto you. Its cool, wet, moist touch on your skin hits you moments before the stench does.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll wipe it back on you.
I take no notice. I'm covered.
In
also,
fact,
also for
in trying to
disrespecting
wipe
the
it-
captain, you get your shares taken away.
in trying to wipe it back off on him, you actually get more on you.
Oh,
There you
really
go.
gross. I'm gonna be like, anyway, did any of you guys save the brain to those guys?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said, did any of you save the brains of those guys?
I
Oh.
say, sure, I did, Captain, and I just scoop
no,
half of my face and
one of-
plop it into your hand.
One of the brains got eviscerated. One of the no, there were very little brains left by the time we were done
Vaporized,
with
yeah.
them.
Okay.
All right, so are we leaving that there?
Yep, leaving it there.
Perfect.
The ship gets stolen. 2 of you are about to go into surgery, and yeah, next session there will be some resolution.
And
Possibly.
that will.
And once again, our intrepid hero Slems saves the day.
This time for real. And we are planning on next week for the next episode, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything special going on next Sunday.
Well, if you're still hanging out watching our tabletop adventure,